KOTV 6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the 10 o'clock edition, with Clayton Vaughn, Beth Ringel, meteorologist Jim Giles, and John Wall's Sports.
The second search in a month for the same jail escapee underway tonight in Okmulgee.
The Bible, law should be applied an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
The family of a Tulsa man killed in a pawn shop robbery demands justice.
And Marine reservists from Broken Arrow march toward Operation Desert Shield. Good evening, I'm Clayton Vaughn.
And I'm Beth Ringel. An Okmulgee County jail escapee remains on the loose tonight. The 22-year-old jail inmate escaped this morning, and it's nothing new for him. Channel 6 reporter Rick Peterson has more on the second time around for Keith Jennings.
Okmulgee County authorities are having a difficult time keeping 22-year-old Keith Allen Jennings locked up. He escaped from the courthouse jail today for the second time this month. This time he got out by throwing bleach in the face of jailer Mike Harris.
Yeah, we scuffled around there for a little bit, and he got loose and went out the window on the ledge and was gone.
Deputies say after Jennings climbed out this window that he walked around a ledge circling the building and went down the fire escape to a waiting car. Lawmen set up roadblocks on highways leading out of Okmulgee, hoping to catch him. Authorities are concerned about Jennings being out a second time. When he broke out earlier this month, officers say they believe he committed 12 felonies, including raping a 77-year-old woman at knife point. The sheriff says the 22-year-old has a crack habit, and he believes Jennings was determined to break out.
He knew right where he was going, because within 2-block area, he's gone. He's in a car and going. So we are quite certain this was something he had had on his mind for quite some time.
Deputies say they believe Jennings is still in Okmulgee County, and they're warning residents to keep their doors locked tonight. Rick Peterson, Channel 6 News.
A Tulsa woman pleaded today with the district attorney's office to press for the death penalty in a case concerning her son. Tony Garrett says the people who killed her son deserve to die. Her son, Gino Cochely, was shot and killed during an armed robbery at his East Tulsa pawn shop in September. Cochely shot and killed one of the robbers. 2 other men were arrested. Prosecutors say one of them confessed to killing Cochely. Mrs. Garrett is angry because she says the Tulsa District Attorney's Office told her it would not seek the death penalty for the trigger man.
The Bible, law should be applied an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I believe he deserves and should receive, and it should be carried out, the death penalty.
An assistant DA says a decision has not been made whether to ask for the death penalty. Mrs. Garrett says that's not what she was told, and she will continue to push for the penalty.
There were some tearful goodbyes this morning as about 200 Marine reservists here on the home front left Broken Arrow to join the ranks of the soldiers in the Middle East. Friends and family of the anti-tank company got up at 4:30 to see their loved ones off. The Marines are on their way to North Carolina for additional training before heading to the Middle East and Operation Desert Shield. There's word tonight that a Broken Arrow man used as a human shield by Saddam Hussein may be coming home. Harold Martin works for a Tulsa-based engineering firm, Pro-Quip Corporation. Boxing great Muhammad Ali is getting credit for getting Martin and at least 15 other Americans released. They'll leave Baghdad sometime this weekend.
The crisis in the Gulf has taken a surprising turn tonight. Only yesterday, the United Nations Security Council approved a resolution to use force against Iraq if Iraq does not get out of Kuwait by January 15th. President Bush today announced an all-out effort to find a peaceful solution to the crisis. The president offered to send Secretary of State James Baker to Baghdad for talks with Saddam Hussein.
Some have told me that he's not getting the message of how determined we are, and I can't think of any better way to do it at this juncture, in the wake of the UN resolution, than this face-to-face meeting.
The president's offer to open high-level talks caught the government of Iraq off guard, apparently. It will not issue a comment officially until tomorrow. But Iraq's ambassador to France calls today's development an important step toward achieving peace in the Persian Gulf. Florida Governor Bob Martinez lost his race for re-election, but today won the chance to replace outgoing drug czar William Bennett, saying Martinez had earned his stripes on the front lines of the drug war. The president today formally nominated Martinez to lead the nation's war on drugs. Martinez is credited with emphasizing tough penalties and stricter law enforcement on illegal drugs in Florida. The nomination now goes to the Senate for confirmation.
Drug abuse is one reason the deadly AIDS virus is spreading. The AIDS problem is getting special attention in Tulsa this weekend. A portion of the AIDS quilt is in town. The display officially opened tonight following a cedar burning ceremony performed by a group of American Indians. But the quilts were available for a sneak preview earlier today, and some Tulsa students were invited to that. Each seemed touched.
When we were taught in school, you know, it didn't seem so dramatic, you know, when you come down here and see it all down, you know. But when you come here, it's just sad.
The quilt will be on display at the Tulsa Convention Center through the weekend. Actor Burt Lancaster is reported in serious condition tonight at a hospital outside Los Angeles. The 77-year-old actor was rushed to the hospital this afternoon. Lancaster's illness has not been diagnosed, but he is in intensive care. He's the star of more than 60 movies. He won an Academy Award for his portrayal of a demagogic evangelist in Elmer Gantry.
Still to come on the news, time to tighten the belt. Some taxes are going up, courtesy your federal government.
Who's watching to make sure the city manages tax dollars correctly?
And later, signs of Christmas all over the world.
Well, if you're heading south on Saturday, looks like very nice weather across Texas. Sunny skies and 64 in Dallas, back up to 76 degrees down in Houston. Another very nice day in the southeast. Temperatures warming up into the mid-70s across southern Florida. Now, in the northeast, continue with sunny skies along the coast, 58 degrees in the Big Apple. Rather chilly, though, across the northern plains, only 39 degrees in the Twin Cities. Another wet day across the northwest with more rain and more snow. In the southwest, though, plenty of sunshine, 70 in L.A. Your Green Country forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Who could give you the hottest variety of used cars going? Talk about variety. Crown's got used cars priced from $2,500 for a fuel-efficient domestic all the way to first-class luxury imports. And with Crown's best price guarantee, you know you're getting the best deal going. Find a lower advertised price on any car, we'll beat it. Count on Crown to offer you top dollar for your trade-in.
The used car lot at Crown Auto World, 4444 South Sheridan.
You can do it with true value.
It's the season for handy household gifts, like the Plano Stowaway Organizer with removable drawers. It's only $9.99. And the whole family can use the GE battery recharger with 2 bonus batteries, just $14.99. Or give the Master Electrician Maglite flashlight with flood to spot focus, holiday priced at only $16.99 at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
That was then. This is now. The One Step from Cane's, the new revolution in coffee brewing. No scooping, no filters, no mess. One Step, one easy filter pack so you brew fresh coffee every time. Choose robust, mild, or decaf. One Step filter packs, new and only from Cane's. Coffee as easy as one step.
Your Tulsa Metro Ford dealers want to show you their most important product, satisfied customers.
The minute I test drove my truck, I knew that this is the truck I wanted to buy.
I love my Ford.
I'd never buy another Chevy. I'm sold on Ford.
And that's why Ford trucks are #1 in Tulsa. And right now, get the Ford Explorer for $1,000 less than Jeep. Or get the best gas mileage of any compact truck with the special edition Ranger Lariat. Ford trucks, the best never rest at your Tulsa Metro Ford dealers.
Time to start paying for all of those deficit-cutting measures Congress approved just a month ago. At midnight tonight, many federal transportation taxes go up. The gasoline tax will be an extra 5 cents a gallon. Station owners will probably pass the whole thing on to their customers. Diesel fuel will also cost more. Flying will be more expensive. A ticket tax increase means airfares go up by 2%. There is also a tax hike for air freight.
With federal taxes going up, most of us will be managing our money more closely. And with the election to extend the third penny of the city sales tax only 4 days away, the city wants to know it will manage the $245 million raised for capital improvement projects the same way it has managed similar funds in the past. Channel 6 City Hall reporter Jane Mitchell has more.
You don't have to cruise too many Tulsa miles to see city sales tax money in high gear. And on Tuesday, voters will be asked to cast their ballots to renew the third penny tax to fund projects for the next 5 years. If the proposition passes, you can expect the money to be managed like this. It will be a pay-as-you-go program, although the city may borrow money the first 2 years to get priority projects underway. Department heads would decide which are funded first. They would most likely be major street, sewer, park, and jail projects. Since the cost of each project is an estimate, the city can move earmarked money around in order to finish the job. Some taxpayers are sure this will work.
No, I've got confidence in our manage it. I don't understand it all, but then who does?
Others are afraid the city government may take the taxpayers for a ride.
I think we just have to protect ourselves from that.
There is a Citizens Sales Tax Overview Committee made up of 21 residents who serve as watchdogs to make sure the projects promised on paper are properly funded and completed out on the streets.
The subcommittees report back to the main committee and with their findings on specific street projects, specific water and sewer projects, parks and urban development projects. Was the money spent for the projects? And the findings to date have been yes.
I think it's a great idea. People need to stay in touch with what's going on.
That kind of confidence in the committee and the system may decide whether the penny tax sinks or swims. Jane Mitchell, Channel 6 News.
You could almost hear a big sigh of relief along the Atlantic coastline today since this year's hurricane season officially ended today. There were a number of storms this year, but less damage, less death than in previous years. 14 tropical storms were given names. 8 of them grew into hurricanes. Worst storm came in early August. That's Hurricane Diana, causing flash floods and mudslides that killed 96 people in Mexico. In all, 120 people killed this year by hurricanes. But the season is gone now.
And earthquake season is here too. I guess
that's
this weekend is,
that's right.
Coming up too. But pretty
Don't
weather
sound
in Tulsa.
serious about that. Somebody else
I know, but there are a lot of
catching.
people.
I don't know which is worse, hurricane season or earthquake season, but hopefully by next week they'll both be gone.
I think the former. The latter is not much to worry about.
There you go. Well, we ended up November with no hurricanes in Oklahoma, and it looks like we're going to see some very nice weather as we start off with December. I'll be back with a complete forecast right after this.
While you've been thinking about everyone else's Christmas, we've been thinking about yours. And so if you buy or lease any new Oldsmobile 88 Royale by Christmas Eve, Oldsmobile will give you a $750 Dillard's Christmas gift certificate, which means you could give away everything on this tree and keep what's under it.
Merry Christmas from the new generation of Olds.
Now, only at your local Eastern Oklahoma new generation of Olds dealers.
You'll make her eyes sparkle this Christmas with a beautiful gift from Moody's. At Moody's, you'll find a spectacular collection of gorgeous jewelry like you've never seen before. From under $100 to thousands of dollars, you'll find a large selection to choose from. Each of Moody's colored gems and diamonds are hand-selected for maximum brilliance and the very best values available. She'll love a beautiful piece of jewelry much more than any other gift you've ever given her. And at Moody's, your gift satisfaction is always guaranteed. Shop Moody's this Christmas.
It's Friday night in T-Town, and our month-end closeout sale means a lower price for you this weekend. Hi, folks. Dave Barrow once again for Riverside Nissan. Let volume selling make all the difference when you're buying a new 1991 Nissan Hardbody. I've got 50 to choose from $139 a month. Now, every one of them have the 134 horsepower engine, dependability, and economy, all from $139 a month. Let us show you how volume selling can save you money during the month-end closeout sale at Riverside Nissan, open tonight till midnight and tomorrow night till midnight.
When it comes to bread, there's always been a big difference between what I want, delicious, and what Mom thinks I need, nutritious. It's a good thing Rainbow is introducing new Iron Kids bread, a bread with all the fiber, iron, and other important nutrients of whole wheat bread, plus the look, feel, and taste of white bread. Sure, Mom and I will always have our differences. Nutritious. Delicious. But Iron Kids bread is one thing we both agree on. New Iron Kids bread from Rainbow.
Temperatures in Tulsa during the month of November ended up being above normal, and today was not much of the difference. We continued with above normal temperatures across Green Country. As you can see, highs generally warming up into the mid to upper 50s, a few 60s down to our south. Here in Tulsa, we ended up with 59 degrees. Larry Davis over in Sapulpa also reported 59 down in Okmulgee. Kelly's reported 61 degrees down in Lake Eufaula. That was the warm spot. Then as you head off to our east, 54 in Grove, Kansas. Also 54 degrees reported in Fayetteville for the cool spots. Currently outside here in Tulsa, we have some high cloudiness moving across the area. 51 degrees on the hour. Humidity still quite low at 35%. Pressure steady, 30.12 inches. South winds are beginning to slowly die down. Right now, 15 miles an hour. Our record book for the day shows a morning low of 38 degrees. There's that afternoon high of 59. Normal's 33 and 55, so we are about 4 or 5 degrees above normal for this time of year. Record low of 13 degrees, set back in 1964. Now, our satellite picture does show the high clouds across central and northeastern Oklahoma, sort of just a milkiness across the area, bringing a ring around the moon. No precipitation associated with these clouds. Also a large deck of high clouds off to our northwest. All of these clouds gradually moving to the east, so we will continue with high cloudiness throughout much of the nighttime hours. Temperatures here in Tulsa, 51 degrees. In Oklahoma City, already down to 48. 40s up across much of Kansas. But as you head down to the south, temperatures in the 50s all the way down to Brownsville. They're coming in with 58 degrees. Now, our national satellite picture from 10 o'clock last night showed clear skies across Oklahoma. Very large storm system stretched from central Canada all the way southwestward through the Intermountain region back down to California. That's associated with a cold front. And as you can see, the cold front with the clouds just continue to move to the east during the daytime hours. Right now, it is bringing a few rain showers and snow showers up across the Great Lakes. Otherwise, this is generally just high cloudiness across the central plains. Not much precipitation associated with it. This system will continue moving east during the night. By tomorrow afternoon, the cold front should be already moving through the Tulsa area, back down across the Red River, then back through the Ohio and Tennessee River valleys. So it looks like the cold front moving through Tulsa about noon. Winds will be shifting around to the north behind the cold front, but no precipitation is expected. Another very strong storm system moving into the northwestern part of the country. Unfortunately for them, more rain and snow. We're going to be looking at this storm system. It should be moving across Oklahoma on Monday. That will be bringing us our next chance of rain. Now, for tomorrow, high temperatures will be warming up into the 60s. Behind the cold front, temperatures only warming up into the 50s. Colder air up across the north with highs only in the 20s and 30s, but still nice and pleasant 60s and 70s across the south. Now, our forecast for Tulsa for tonight, partly cloudy skies. South winds at 5 to 15, a nighttime low near 40. Tomorrow morning, partly cloudy skies still. South winds at 5 to 15, low 40s at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. For tomorrow afternoon, again, that cold front moving through. That will shift those winds around to the north. Still not much cool air behind it. Temperatures warming back up to 59 degrees. The extended forecast calls for nice weather on Sunday. Mostly sunny skies, 35 and 58. But by Monday, that next stronger storm system will be moving in. A chance of rain Monday, 43 and only 43 on Tuesday after a morning low of 25. Good news is, though, that the cold air is going to wait till after the weekend. And I'm proud for that because I'm going to be down there at the Okmulgee Christmas Parade Saturday evening.
Yes.
And Saturday evening?
Saturday evening, and it shouldn't be a bad evening.
Oh, good. It'll be a nice weekend there.
And the wind died down at least.
Fortunately, that was a little bad this afternoon.
Yeah, indeed.
Look for you in Okmulgee.
All right.
We've got high school, no, we've got college.
No, high school football tomorrow, the playoff games. I'll be indoors in Stillwater watching the basketball game in OSU and TU. But the football games are all down in Oklahoma City, down in the area down there. 1:30 in the afternoon, 7:30 at night. What kind of weather we're going to have down there?
Boy, you know, playing football in December, you usually can have some very bad weather. But fortunately, if you're heading down to Oklahoma City tomorrow, it looks like pretty nice weather. The 1:30 games, the cold front will be moving through, shifting around those winds to the north. Still temperatures warming up into the upper 50s. But by 7:30, the evening games, it will be rather chilly. Temperatures dropping back down into the 40s, but for December 1st, not too bad all in all.
It gets cold when the sun goes down.
That's right.
You know, lesson number one. I'm not a weather guy. You can tell, huh?
Make a good weather person.
While the games tomorrow are fights for the right to play for a state title, Class 5A crowned its champion tonight. And this weekend's Mid-America Bowl promises to make more than a point or two.
The McDonald's Happy Meal is now just $199. Just $199 buys your kid a hamburger, fries, a drink, and a toy. Now that's value. So hurry to McDonald's for the $1.99 Happy Meal. Even better!
Walt Disney Pictures' new animated movie, The Rescuers Down Under, is now playing only at a theater near you. And only at McDonald's, your kids can get a toy movie camera and see a mini Rescuers adventure inside when you buy them a McDonald's Happy Meal.
Come to Skaggs. We've got all sorts of things for your holiday needs, including trees and all the stuff to trim a tree with. I think I'm going to trim this tree right now.
Speaking of trim, try finding a trimmer price than this. Folgers coffee now only $2.19. You'll also enjoy the lean, mean price on frozen Van de Kamp fish. 20-ounce boxes are just $2.99 each. And if you're leaning towards buying some Pepsi or Dr. Pepper, this price will cinch it. 2-liter bottles, just 69 cents each. Well, I guess I got back to trimming now.
Well, that about wraps it up.
Hi, folks. We're back once again here at Riverside Nissan. Now, we're staying open extended hours to give you that chance you deserve to get a lower car payment during our end-of-the-month sale. Here are 1991 Nissan Sentras. I've got 35 to choose from $139 a month. Sentra offers you dependability and economy, and it's a great value from $139 a month. Now, remember, we're open extended hours tonight till midnight, tomorrow night till midnight during our end-of-the-month closeout sale. Come see us and save money at Riverside Nissan.
She's out with her friends. You know, I can't keep track of her every second.
How should I know where he is? He won't listen to me anyway.
I really don't understand what business it is of yours anyway.
Being a parent means being responsible for your children, knowing where they are and what they're doing. Where are your children spending the night?
Lawton Eisenhower went through the entire high school football season with the pressure of not only being the #1 ranked team in the state, but in the entire country as well, according to USA Today. Tonight, the Eagles trying to wrap up the Class 5A title, played in Putnam North in the state championship game. This is second half action, 7-zip, make it 14-0 Lawton Ike. That's Dwight McFadden going 47 yards for the touchdown. On the following kickoff, though, Putnam North finally gets its act together, although it doesn't appear to be the case at all there in a moment. Jake Jensen drops the football. He's wrapped up. No, he's not. 85 yards goes Jensen. This, though, the only highlight of the night for Putnam North. Lawton Ike all over, winning the state championship tonight, the final 35-7. Now, in Class 2A play tomorrow at Shawnee, there will be 2 games. Cassia Hall and Wynnewood, then Tallahena against Davis. In 3A play at Moore High School, Oologah and Seminole, and Locust Grove and Oklahoma City Millwood. And then the 4A games, those are at Owen Field, McLean and Ardmore and Salisaw and Lawton MacArthur. Now, for McLean, success in the playoffs is nothing out of the ordinary. In the past 12 years, they've played in 4 title games, winning 3 of them. Coach Melvin Driver explains the Scots postseason parade this way.
And it's tradition. You know, we've been there before several times. I try to give them some experience that I've had going to the state playoffs. And so we try to use that to make sure that we're prepared.
McLean's match against Ardmore should be one of the better playoff battles. In fact, I think you get the picture when Coach Driver describes the Tigers this way.
Oh, exceptionally tough, John. Ooh, I don't know if we want to show up or not.
I have a feeling Melvin and his men will be there come 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. Well, Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock, the National Junior College Championship game, there you are, it'll be decided at Union Tuttle Stadium. It's Coffeyville against Montgomery, Maryland, and as John Anderson tells us, Montgomery can make it happen with the football.
When it comes to the Montgomery College football team, most fans in these parts are in the dark about the Fighting Knights.
We're a wide open or spread offensive team. We have trips to one side and a single receiver to the other side, and so we're going to put the ball up and try to spread people out.
The kid that pulls the trigger on this run and shoot is JUCO Player of the Year John Calais. He sailed passes for more than 2,900 yards with 32 TDs, just 9 interceptions. With numbers like that, it's easy to understand why Knights opponents are aghast about the pass.
This will be really exciting. It will almost be like a BYU or University of Miami. I know Oklahoma people don't like University of Miami people, but it's going to be something like that. You know, we're going to pass the ball, I guarantee, around 40 to 45 times a game, and it's going to be exciting.
About the only thing Calais hasn't tossed his team to is the national championship, and he's ready to take aim at that on Sunday.
We don't want the thing they're having in Division I, where it's, you know, just bowls and people crying over, you know, they should be #1. You know, this is a cutout, #1 team against #2 team, and it's like a Super Bowl.
And the winner of this JUCO Super Bowl will be the undefeated, undisputed national champ. John Anderson, Channel 6 Sports.
In high school hoops tonight, East Central hooking up with the Hornets of Washington. To the north side we go for this one. It was all Booker T. That's David Shoemate up and down for 2. The Cardinals completely overmatched. Derek Beard to Josh Diamond for the bucket. Boy, this was a slam fest, though, in the Hornets' nest. Landis Williams and Washington doubles up East Central tonight, 105 to 52. In college basketball, an upset. New Orleans beats Virginia. Remember, OSU just beat New Orleans, too. 60-55, that score. Georgia beats Armstrong State tonight. St. John's over Niagara. And Southern Miss, a mild upset. They beat the Tide 84-82. Well, TU hits the road tomorrow for the first time this season, but the Hurricane won't need to pack their overnight bags. They're just taking their 2-0 record over to OSU to renew the series with Eddie Sutton and company.
It's fun that you are playing someone that's such a big rival, but yet when you go in there, you just want to win. I mean, you just want to win so bad, you know, just because they're right down the street from us. You know, we're both Division I teams, and we have a lot to prove, and I think we're going to do it this year.
Game time tomorrow at Gallagher-Iba Arena, 4 o'clock. If you don't have your ticket already, forget it. They sold the last one yesterday, so it's a sellout officially. Finally tonight, we had a crew in Okmulgee earlier today working on a news story. They just happened to run into these three ladies. As you can see, all of them adorned in I Whipped Walls t-shirts. The ladies work in the county courthouse there and even had a message for yours truly.
All righty, thanks. So we play every week, and we win every week.
Tell you, the truth hurts,
many
doesn't
shirts.
it? That was their Friday shirt. They have a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, all the way down the line.
All the family members, too.
You never know what you might see.
Skirts or pants or something next year.
Or maybe something like neckerchiefs. I know, something very safe. But,
to complete that.
I don't know.
Safe and cheap.
Yes, cheap was the next word, yeah.
When we come back, a wife beats her husband before he goes to another woman. The fountain of youth, according to Dick Clark, and AIDS-spreading vampires on the news we missed.
And Christmas across the country and around the world.
I'm here to tell you about Denbo's special pre-holiday sale. I'm whispering because these sale prices are really too low to mention. Up to 50% off on famous name brand jewelry, watches, china, and crystal. The manufacturer said, don't even think about telling everyone about prices that low. So we're being selective. We're telling just you. Now, who you tell is up to you. Up to 50% off on famous name brands now during Denbo's pre-holiday sale. Highway 66 and Will Rogers in Claremore.
As expected, a commercial for the 1991 Nissan Pathfinder. So you've got to expect us to show you it's got 4 doors. And you probably expect us to show you what Pathfinder's powerful engine can do. Whoa! And tell you its 4x4 can take you almost anywhere. But what you don't expect is we're not going to ask you to buy a Nissan Pathfinder. We're simply going to ask you to try a Nissan Pathfinder. Because once you've tried it, we expect you'll want to buy it. So why don't you try the most powerful imported vehicle in its class at your local Nissan dealer?
We're talking to the meat cutters about some of the specialty cuts. I think it's wise at this point to really consult our source reference, the Angus cow chart.
Here we see one of our more popular cuts. That's right, it's Butcher's Pride Rump Roast, and it's just $1.59 a pound. And every good roast deserves a little company. How about these Skaggs canned vegetables? They're only 29 cents each.
The fillets that we were doing come out of the short loin, sirloin section. It's the inside part of the sirloin and part of the T-bone.
They're actually bigger than this when they come.
Oh, yeah.
You get the highway patrol to draw these lines on the cow for you?
Hi, folks. Dave Barrow once again, now at I-44 in the Arkansas River, here at Riverside Chevrolet, where the month-end closeout sale is continuing, and you can get a low price with volume selling on this 1991 S10 pickup. This S10 has the Tahoe package. It has two-tone or solid paint, your choice, V6 and much more from $183 a month. Let us show you how volume selling can give you more during our extended hours month-end closeout sale at Riverside Chevrolet.
The signs of Christmas are popping up all over the world. Today, First Lady Barbara Bush accepted the 18-foot White House Christmas tree. She says her special holiday wish this year is for peace. The tree arrived from North Carolina in a horse-drawn wagon decorated with ribbons and holly. This afternoon, Mrs. Bush placed the main ornament on top of the national Christmas tree behind the White House. The City of Lights is brighter tonight. Hundreds of thousands of lights were turned on along the Champs-Élysées in Paris. The lights will glow until early next year. And at the Louisiana State Capitol, more than 1.5 million lights are flowing tonight. The lights were all donated by the founder of a fried chicken chain. They're dedicated to American troops serving in the Persian Gulf.
Merry Christmas, y'all. Here's Mike once again. Take a look at our weather for the weekend.
Willie, not too bad for December 1st. Looks like we'll see partly cloudy skies. Winds will be shifting around to the north behind a weak cold front, but still temperatures warming up into the upper 50s both Saturday and Sunday. No chance of rain, so that's good news. And remember, it gets cold when the sun goes down.
That's right.
It took me
smart weatherman.
It took me until my junior year before I learned that, but John got it just like that.
I know. Because sports guys are smart, aren't they? Thank you, Mike. Friday night now, and time to catch up on the news we missed this week. In India, a court agreed to a woman's one request to publicly beat her husband before she agreed to a divorce, which he wanted so he could marry another woman. In Mexico, during the inauguration of a small bridge over a river, the bridge collapsed, dunking about 100 people, including the dignitaries who were inaugurating it. Up in Livingston, Montana, a sheriff's deputy was awarded $5,000 in slander damages because the motorist who accused the deputy of belting him in the mouth still had his teeth. The judge said if the 7-foot, 275-pound deputy had really hit the 5'10", 175-pound motorist, quote, in all probability, he would have had no teeth at all. 2 employees of a Kansas City bus company were fired for leaving another sleeping kid on a school bus, the 8th time that's happened so far this year in Kansas City. A Stockholm, Sweden court fined a hunter $180 for killing another hunter that the first thought was an elk. And 61-year-old TV personality Dick Clark revealed how he maintains his extraordinarily youthful appearance, saying, this is a quote, "Sex keeps me young. The more you want it, the more youthful you are." Hey, we missed all of those stories, plus the really good stuff in the tabloids, including the Weekly World News' human head kept alive. Decapitated wreck victim blinks to communicate with doctors. Back that up, of course, with gay vampires spread AIDS, say top scientists, and you're saying, thank God it's Friday, November the 30th. That's the news. Thank you for sharing your time.
We'll see you back here next week. Have a good weekend.
Good night.